little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move in zone. Go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick it off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move in zone.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
Set to kick off.
And off we go from Denver. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Off play action. Davidson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Davidson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Room here to run. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 23-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. Throwing, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd and short.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Maurice Hurst able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
We own it. We own it. 54, come on. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Tight down. There you go.
Jameis to throw it. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On now, Tucker McCann. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McCann's kick up and good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing again, Davidson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And he's missed now at his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Yards to go.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Davidson. Escaping the pressure right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Winston. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year. And that's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score Broncos 10, Raiders nothing. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Raider first down.
Off the play fake, Davidson. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Davidson got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Operating from the gun, Davidson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 9-yard line.
From the gun, Davidson. The quick slant caught. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd down, it's Lloyd. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
The score, Broncos 10, Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, completion here to Claypool.
Winston's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21. I got him.
From the gun, Winston. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Third and long for Winston. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Las Vegas.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Davidson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Davidson. Eluding the pressure right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the gun, Davidson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Get off the field.
And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Broncos 17. Raiders 14.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On first down, Lloyd. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off play action, Davidson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Davidson. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Davidson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Complete to number 1.
And they'll try to get the spike off, but they won't do it in time. And that will end this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Kamara. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Third and short yardage, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
41-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 now.
Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch QB
To throw is Winston. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Running with Kamara. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Push him back. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Throwing again. Davidson. Waller taking it in over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the Las Vegas first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 30.
They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Off the play fake, Davidson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And the pressure gets to him again. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st and 10, Davidson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Off play action. Davidson over the middle to Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Off the play fake. Davidson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down now, it's Lloyd. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Tackle made.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw on third down, Davidson. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Broncos push further out in front. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Raiders 14.
McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Davidson. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Davidson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd and long. Davidson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Samson Abuka. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run it again with Kamara. Call call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Davidson, he's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Newell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Today's
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.